The all-new QI irons from TaylorMade, designed for straight distance.
Braxton, a chance to compete on Monday, and if you play well, you could play in the U.S. Open. As we sit here and look ahead to next week, what does that mean to you? How much have you been able to kind of wrap your head around what lies in front of you?
I've spent a lot of time thinking about it, probably too much time to be honest, just wrapping my head around, what could possibly happen at the end of Monday, but I've also kind of realized that that's not what I should be focusing on. So I've kind of set my mind as much as I can on the process and not so much the outcome and what's at stake. And I think if I can go into the rounds with that mindset, it's definitely going to take some pressure off me and help me to perform my best.
So what's that process? What's that outlook been like?
A lot of time management for me. I've been trying to put a lot of practice time in this week, but between a couple work shifts and a couple online classes I've been taking, there's been a lot going on. So I've been trying to wake up early, trying to get workouts in the mornings, and then if I have a few free hours during the day, I'm trying to use my best time to practice. So being intentional with my time, I think, is key right now.
You've made it through one qualifier. What was that experience like for you, and what can you take out of that now moving into next week?
It was interesting. That qualifier was during my final exams week, so honestly played no golf leading up to it. Didn't even bother with a practice round, just showed up about an hour before my tee time and played some good golf. So I think if that tells me anything, it's almost not caring as much is almost better for my golf game. And I know that might sound counterintuitive, but taking some pressure off yourself and just trying to go out there and enjoy it, not really setting expectations, but just trusting yourself, I think.
So will you do that again Monday, or are you going to be a little bit more wired?
I will be playing a practice round this time, but I'm trying to go into it with the same mindset, right? Like if I don't start off well, it's 36 holes in one day. You can afford to get off to a bit of a rough start, but at the same time, there's a lot of good players in that tournament, so you need to be aggressive a little more so than maybe a 4-day tournament. So my mindset's going to be a little different when I go out there. I'm probably going to be firing at pins a little more and trying to make birdies. It's great competition. No matter what happens, I think it's going to be a good experience for me to learn from.
You've talked about good players that are out there. PGA players will be in the same field that you'll be involved with. You and I were talking about it earlier on this week about some of those names. Maybe just talk about some of them and what that means to you.
Yeah, so I was going through the roster when I got it last week, and Stuart Sink, Milo Vijayas, Aaron Cockrell's in it, and Davis Riley, who won the Charles Schwab last week, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, this will be fun. But I mean, I'm not really competing directly against them on playing the golf course. So obviously they're amazing players. They've had a lot of experience, but at the end of the day, it's only one day of golf and anything can happen. I'm pretty happy with how I've been hitting it, so I have a lot of confidence going in, and we'll see what happens once I hit that first tee shot.
Will you allow yourself to be a fan? Will you go say hi on the range or anything like that? Or
That's something else I've been thinking about too. I'm trying to be more of a competitor and less of a fan, but at the same time, if I get paired with Stuart Sink, I might be asking for his autograph on the first tee. We'll see.
You mentioned Aaron Cockrell. What kind of a door does that open for players like yourself, everybody that's played in a lot of these Golf Manitoba Amateur Championships, to see where he was at one point and now what he's doing right now? Exactly.
I mean, he played in these same tournaments that I did growing up and had a lot of success in them as well. And to see how hard he's worked and where he's gotten with his golf game, being someone from Manitoba, it's really encouraging to see that players from this province have what it takes. And maybe I'll get to play with him next week, kind of pick his brain on a lot of experience that he's had over the last few years on the tour, and hopefully learn from that as well. But I have a lot of respect for what he's accomplished.
You were able to spend the winter down south playing at Ball State. We see it on your golf shirt. What did you learn this year at the college level that you've been able to bring home?
A unique thing, I would also be playing with a lot of top players. I think the last 8 months I've really been able to stack up my game against some of the top 10 amateurs in the world, and see what maybe I need to improve on or gain some assets with. But a lot of it's just repetition. I think they've grown up playing golf so much since they were young and worked so hard at it, and hard work outworks talent. So for me to be able to keep working hard, even though I've been from Manitoba and the season's been shorter, I think I can catch up over time. So the difference is so small, and I think it's really attainable to get to that next level. So it's been encouraging to see, but also challenging to see the work that they put in and how hard it is to really get to that next level.
We'll be watching. Good luck.
Thank you.